The COVID-19 situation may have affected the class of 2020, but it is also not just an India-specific problem. It has affected students worldwide, and as we move forward, the situation is most likely to be controlled soon. Signs of that happening has already started. Now coming back to the title, is doing an MBA in 2020 still worth it? And the answer is an unequivocal yes. It's considered as worthy as it was in the past year than it is now. If you check the developments around, India has not fared too badly when it comes to placements in premium institute. Having said that, my name is Anil Philip and I am an assistant professor in Inspire Knowledge campus teaching management subject to management students for the School of Management. Top 5 reasons to do an MBA in 2021. The number one reason is the best time to upskill yourself. With the economy down, with layovers, with joblessness, with inflation going up, this is the best time to put your head down and just study for a better career prospect rather than get down in the job market. You might get a job, no doubt, but that might not be the job that you wanted or the salary that you thought you could command. Markets are down, salaries are low. It might be more prudent to you to develop a personality during these times because it's not just about subject knowledge. It is the development of soft skills. Many MBA graduates have found that this degree program has thoroughly enlightened them on certain aspects of life, especially concerning operations within the business world. While those without an MBA ponder endlessly and wonder how and why a particular business decision is made, an MBA graduate is able to relate because they would have been taught beforehand itself. With an MBA, graduates acquire an in-depth view of the business world. An MBA helps in overall personality growth. The course helps to have better presentation and interpersonal relation skills by fine-tuning the communication. This communication ability is enhanced from vigorous trainings and group discussions that are imparted as part of the curriculum. And as part of an MBA program, enrollers are taught how to speak clearly and distinctively. They are taught the art of language, how to sell, how to add meaning to their words, how to develop effective and exceptional presentations, and overall, how to interact with others in and out of the classroom setting. These communication skills are invaluable in the business world. There is an overhauling of the personality in an MBA program, which otherwise would have taken painstakingly long years to achieve. Number 2. Indian B schools give the highest return on investments. Indian B schools are known for providing high quality management education at affordable prices. For example, the cost of doing an MBA from the USA or Europe exceeds $80,000 plus living costs, visa fees and other charges. Unless you have a strong financial backing or funding, the cost of doing an MBA becomes a huge challenge abroad. Whereas the situation in India is quite opposite. You not only get the easy source to finance, but chances are higher that you cover the cost of doing an MBA within the first year of landing a job. The present time is also when you will get the best value for money or bang for the buck, if I may say so. Why do I say that? Because each institution, instructor and educator are looking at ways and methods of enriching and augmenting the education of MBA students in these times. There are still difficulties in the learning processes that are abroad, and most of the institutes abroad are still going either for a hybrid model or a fully online model for the better part of 2021 and 2022. The scenario is completely different in India, with most institutes already looking at having the classes offline. One has to remember that we didn't get affected the same way, and the future looks bright in that regard. The average income for an MBA graduate is much higher than an employee with a regular master's. You can expect to earn twice as much as what you would get from a regular university degree. If you are wondering what you can do with an MBA degree or what MBA jobs are available, here are some popular career choices. Business operations, managers, management analysts, business analysts, market research analysts, top executives in the HR, senior manager level, etc. Number 3, India is the next startup hub of the world. For the past many years, India is growing rapidly in terms of startup formation and innovation, and it's considered to be one of the most dynamic economies of the world. The huge investments in the tech space, and by aiming to become the next manufacturing hub of the world, India is likely to witness a skyrocketing number of startups to be founded in the next 5 years. Also, like I had mentioned in my previous video on entrepreneurship, the government of India has made it a point to completely focus on startups and made it easier for them to start a business in India. With the introduction of innovation centers, institutional support and financial support from the government, Indian startups have got a huge investment and growth opportunities ahead. With all the developments around it, It will pave the way for demand of Indian MBA students for the next 2 to 3 years. An MBA degree helps in acquiring the technical and theoretical knowledge of subjects like marketing, human resources, operations, project management and channel management, which will ultimately help in their own or in your own entrepreneurial ventures. Even if it is a family business that one is thinking of expanding or innovating, with the advent of digital technology, apps and automation like artificial intelligence, Internet of Things IoT, the family business is no longer restricted to specific pockets. It requires exposure and knowledge along with strategic thinking, which an MBA program provides. The current situation is indeed challenging, but if you can weather this period by just putting your education goals above and just studying, there lies a great amount of potential for future successes. And for you, 2021 is the best year to start your MBA in India, as by the time you complete your graduation, the situation will be completely different. Number 4, changing career paths. There is a perception among some people that an MBA is only for a certain type of person, looking for a certain type of job and a career path. The reality is that earning an MBA appeals to a wide array of candidates. Much of the allure has to do with the transferable skills that candidates receive from an MBA program. Equipped with a solid grounding in the fundamentals of business and management, the skills to be an effective leader, and the support of a robust alumni network, MBA graduates go on to have a successful career across a wide array of industries and job functions. One of the more common scenarios is engineers that are looking to make a career switch. This is just an example, by the way, engineers. By picking up new skills in marketing, operations, finance, strategy and HR, an engineer can pursue a broader set of roles after completing the program. That is just one example, and the same applies to other categories of career switchers as well. In my opinion, I think the MBA is a great way to get an introduction generally to business. You get a chance to explore a variety of different functional areas, sometimes without the deep dive that you would necessarily get in any other customized business management programs. And when you are changing your career, you need that change of perspective. You need that cross-functional, multidisciplinary perspective in order to be successful in whatever executive career that follows. I think that an MBA is particularly well suited for that. And finally, to the last point, access to an extensive business network. As an MBA student, you have great networking opportunities. You will interact with fellow students, professors and teaching staff, business people with great management experiences. And this context will help you expand your business management capabilities. Finally, you gain access to that extensive alumni network which I was talking about. Your connections will give you a greater overview of the business world. You will be ready for a deeper understanding of the slightest changes that happens in the business environment, and you discover new ways to adapt fast. You can reflect on some big, business issues and make connections between various global events and world affairs that are happening. You have the opportunity to build an international network that can later on be transformed into a successful business partnership. In addition, you will also achieve a broader perspective on different cultures and the way that how business is handled. That's all for me. If you have any more queries and any kind of comments regarding this particular video, please leave a comment below and we'll try to get back to you as soon as possible. Thanks for watching.